Hi there, I thought I'd just give a quick update regarding the bookbinding repair that I did to volume 2 of the Punisher Max Omnibus from Marvel. This was a book that had a absolutely terrible binding. It had come away as soon as I opened it up, and it just pretty much all came away from the ribbon. There were some bits still attached, but I think it was only a matter of time before they go. I undertook the repair. I'll explain how I did that in a minute for anyone that's interested. But just to say, it's essentially 80% better. The reason it's not 100% finished and fully working is because parts of the book were still attached to the ribbon that had only come away a bit, and I didn't want to go the whole hog and fully separate those from the ribbon before I repaired it. In hindsight, maybe I should have had a bit more guts and gone to do that, but I'm quite happy how it turned out. It's glued back down. It's not coming apart when I tried it in, just holding it in my hand, reading it, stretching it back, reading it on a desk. I'm sure it's not perfect. It's never going to be like the glue they use in the factories, but it's enough to repair my book. There's no real visible damage to the book, and it saved it from coming apart totally and potentially really damaging the printing and the pages. So how did I do it? Let's have a look. PVA glue. Yes, this is basic kids glue that people use for making slime that you used to have at school. It's white, it comes very cheap, and you can get it pretty much anywhere. A cheap kids paintbrush found next to the PVA glue in Wilkinson's or any other craft shop. This is used for spreading the glue around the ribbon if you need to get into very hard to reach places. A ruler or other flat thingy. I use this to push down the ribbon away from the hardcover of the book in order to make sure that they didn't stick together if any glue accidentally got down there. So then, all I did was make sure I had a clean flat surface to work on, put some newspaper down, got the PVA glue, squirted it from one end of the ribbon along the top, and made sure that it ran down with some aid from the paintbrush from one end of the ribbon to the other. I just used gravity to help it get down there, then rotated the book round once it reached the bottom, cleaned it up with a bit of tissue paper to make sure that it didn't mark the book, and repeated from the other direction to make sure there was plenty of glue there. I had to do this twice because the first time I didn't leave it long enough to set, and I don't think I used enough glue. You have to use more glue than you think you ought to. All you got to do is look at the books on your shelf and see how much glue is in the glue bindings, and you realise there's a lot. After that, I simply put it on a shelf with the spine side facing down so that the book was using its own weight to push the pages into the ribbon. Left it there for 5 days, and after those 5 days, gingerly removed it from the shelf, opened it up, and made sure that it had worked. And it had. The only thing I would warn against is taking it out of the shelf too soon. You might think it will be done in a day or two. It won't. Leave it to fully set. Otherwise, you might as well start again and you've wasted all that good work you did. If you want to separate the rest of the ribbon from the book to make sure you do a complete job, you can. I didn't do that, so I ended up with a few pockets where it's not fully adhered, but that's because it had never fully come away, and I didn't want to tempt fate by totally ruining the book first time round. If it comes away again, I know what to do, but I can read it, the pages are fine, and I think it's done a good job. It's as simple as that. You don't need specialist glue as far as I'm concerned for the minute. You don't need to have lots of special skills. Have a go, be brave, more glue than you think you need, and hopefully this has helped you.